Hello guys and welcome back to another FPL video. Today I'm going to showcase to you my team selection for the upcoming Gameweek 21. I know that all of the fixtures from the FA Cup are finished and only 3 teams from the Prem has exited the tournament, and 2 of them have been facing another Prem team. So West Ham and Arsenal facing Villa and United are out of the competition, and Brentford lost to a Plymouth side from the Championship. So those 3 teams, Brentford, Arsenal and West Ham, are now out of the competition. The other 17 teams are still in. We have the draw already, and that would mean that a lot of the teams face off against each other. So less and less teams will proceed to the 5th round, but at the end of the day we cannot predict anything that's going to happen. So today I'm going to focus on my team review from Gameweek 20 for those of you that haven't seen it, my transfers for the upcoming Gameweek 21, and my Gameweek 21 team selection as of yet, as any transfers are not yet confirmed and we need to listen for the press conferences. There's going to be a deadline stream on Tuesday, so tune in for that and we'll have a lot of fun and we'll answer a lot of questions. If you want to support me and to show your gratitude to the channel, you can subscribe and help me reach my goal. You can like, you can comment, you can do all of those amazing stuff. And now let's jump and see how my team for Gameweek 20 did. This is how my team performed in Gameweek 20. I would say that it is a pretty good performance. 75 points overall. It doesn't sound that big, but it moved me from 17.6k to 12.6, which is basically 5k places, and around my rank that's a massive number. We'll be starting in goal, and in defense in general it was a pretty awful week. Like everywhere else, my team performed okayish apart from the defense. Combined 7 points between the 4 players, and some of them are most expensive players in their position. I am speaking about Trent. It was not a good week for my defenders, but those weeks happen, and I think moving forward my defenders are going to deliver a lot. Rob Sanchez with a 3-pointer. I'm pretty delighted with that performance, to be fair. I was not expecting a lot, but at the end of the day, a safe point and almost a close clean sheet would have been even better, but it is what it is. Gabriel 2-pointer, lost it to Pedro, so I'm not very sad about it. Guardiola, I'm a little bit frustrated because they were winning comfortably, and for more points would have been amazing because he's the biggest differential in my team as of now, which sounds crazy, but at the end of the day, only 2-pointers. And Trent with a yellow card, 2 goals conceded. Awful performance against Manchester United. Salah in midfield did not perform very well either, and only a goal against Manchester United with 14 points. I think that I was always going to captain him, but to compare him to Mbeumo, who went and destroyed Southampton with 12 points more, I think I was never captaining Mbeumo over Salah, but at the end of the day, Mbeumo did an amazing job, and I'm pretty delighted that he's in my team. As with the bad fixtures that they're having now, Liverpool and City are in the next couple of City and Liverpool are in the next couple, but after that it's a sweet run for them. I think Mbeumo is going to deliver a lot of points. Palmer on his usual best, 3-point bonus, a goal, 10-pointer, simply brilliant. Luis Diaz, I was pretty sad about his performance and the way that he operated in the game, so I'll be looking to sell. Up front, all my strikers scored goals, 7, 8 and 9 points respectively. Isaac yellow card and lost the bonus. Wood, sadly one of the defenders got more bonus, but Pedro with a maximum. So basically a lot of goals still scored in my team, 3 up front, then 4 in midfield, so 7 goals. It's not a low number, but it can be even improved in the future weeks. We'll be looking for a Luis Diaz replacement in the next slide. I'm going to lay down to you all of my options that I'm considering at the moment. But yeah, on the bench, 2-pointer from Hull, it would have been better if I played him instead of Trent, but yeah, let's be real, I was not benching Trent. Now let's go and see what my Diaz replacements are going to look, and then how my team is set up for Gameweek 21, and we'll see who is going to be staying on the bench, as I will have a dilemma. Here are the options that I'm considering for replacing Luis Diaz. I'm basically looking to pivot my budget. So the strategy here is to target fixtures with Luis Diaz, as he was always going to be a 3 fixtures pick. In one of them he didn't play, and thankfully my defender did alright. In the other, he scored a goal and did okay against West Ham, and against United it was simply disappointing. If I went with Gordon for the same money, it would have been even better, but we cannot predict the future, so I'm delighted with the points that I got, and now it's time to move on. Now I'm considering going for a lower budget because Gordon is an okay pick. I have Mbeumo for that price. Eze is there, but I think that Sar complements him well. Bruno is unreachable for me with my budget, so I decided to completely scratch off just pivoting. I want to lower the budget. My two options because of the fixtures are Sar and Amat. So looking at Sar, he's facing Leicester, which is a pretty good fixture for Crystal Palace in a nutshell. Then he's facing West Ham, who have been with a new manager, and I don't know what's going to happen there. Are they improving? Are they not? Are they going to score a lot of goals? Are they going to concede less? Graham Potter is not known for his defensive style, but at the end of the day, I think that he will improve them massively there compared to Spaghetti. And Brentford at home, it's a good fixture to start scoring some goals, but you never know what Brentford will cook. Are they going to close the game with 5 at the back because they consider Crystal Palace a stronger side, or they are going to leave some spaces behind? You never know. On the other hand, Amat at 5.4, I'm saving 0.5 budget, which is quite a lot, to be fair. He's facing Southampton, the worst team in the league by far, and he's facing Brighton, who are conceding goals for fun, especially from that right side. They are conceding a lot of attacks, and Fulham, who are a good side, let's be real. Now, Amat has another upside, that he's in Manchester United, and Manchester United players, when the team is looking like improving or doing something a little bit better, in a nutshell, they tend to buy so much of that player, and that will hurt my rank. So here I'm with the strategy currently to just maneuver around the effective ownership around the game, because I'm not in a position as of now to go with differential players. I don't think it's the period to do so, and I don't think it's the right rank to go with differentials. So in order to maintain something, I'll have to cover some bases, and Manchester United performing that well against Liverpool, then scoring against Arsenal in the FA Cup, I think that those bases need to be covered. Amat got a semi-rested time against Arsenal. He got sub on, so he will be playing in the Prem. He will be attacking. I don't know if they're going to buy anyone, but for now, against Southampton, I want to own him. Maybe it's going to come too quickly for him and he's not going to be able to play against Brighton, but that is only speculation and I don't want to risk it. If he doesn't play, even if he comes on as a sub, I think he will do an amazing job, as he's lively, he's their best attacking player, and he can create a chance out of nowhere. So my consideration is heavily influenced by the ownership and by the fan base of FPL, which sounds stupid maybe, and you should always go for the best players, but in some positions I think it's good to just be reasonable, pick the player. I've got players like Gabriel, who I don't think is that amazing of a pick because of ownership. I've picked Wood because of ownership instead of Mateta. I have Salah, I have Palmer, I have Trent. So in order to maintain that pick, and Amat is so cheap, everyone will get him. He has risen to 16% ownership, which is pretty high. So I'm going to pivot away from the Luis Diaz differential and we'll go into the Amat hype train, because a lot of players are going Bruno, a lot of players are going Amat, and I don't want to miss those Manchester United fanboys and fan players that are just picking players. If I open my X feed, every time when United are playing considerably better than someone and creating chances, it's all praises of United. When they do badly, it's not so much hate. So Manchester United has a massive fan base, and I think that as of now, this is the best strategy for me. If you're chasing rank, probably Sar is better, but at your rank, Amat may not be that popular, so I would still pick Amat. Southampton, from that left side of their defense or right side of the attack, have been conceding for fun, and Mbeumo, Palmer, Sar before that, a lot of people have terrorized that right hand side of the attack and left side of the defense, and I think Amat will do a brilliant job. Sar is once again an option. I'm going to be so sad not owning a Palace player, but their percentages are not just there for me, and I think owning the highly owned players at the moment is going to be my strategy. Let's see where that leads me. Maybe it turns bad, maybe it turns good, but for now I will keep following it. So now let's go and see how my team is looking for the upcoming Game Week 21. I have not confirmed the transfer, so you'll see Luis Diaz there, but we have some points to talk about and some discussions to have. As per usual, we're starting in the goalkeeper's position. I have 0.5 in the bank and I have one free transfer that is going to be used to replace Luis Diaz regardless of he's playing or not, because probably he will start and he will be up there because that's a good game for Liverpool. I just don't think in the long run Luis Diaz is reasonable, as then there is a quick turnaround of the fixtures, then there is UCL, and I just need to leave that side as I think it's going to hurt me more thinking about if he's playing for that much money. In goal, Cahill against Ipswich, it's an easy fixture, but he's not playing, so he's just a fodder player on the bench. Rob Sanchez did not start in FA Cup, so that means that he will be most likely featuring in the league for the next fixture against Bournemouth at 4.8. I think he's in an amazing position to be present in my team for next fixture. After that, I may consider swapping him, but I will think about it and I will see what I will do. But that's a discussion for Game Week 22. But for Game Week 21, he survives, and at 4.8 against Bournemouth, he will be doing the job for me. I think I'm in a pretty good position with the goalkeeper spot. If he gets a clean sheet, a massive skyrocketing in rank, because Chelsea will be facing Liverpool, Arsenal will be facing Spurs, so a lot of the popular keepers are going to have tougher fixtures. So Rob Sanchez against Bournemouth, he may skyrocket me pretty well in the upcoming Game of 21. Moving into defense, I will be opting for 4 at the back this week. You're going to say that this is kind of risky and stupid considering how badly last week went, but I cannot put myself to bench any of the players. So we're starting with Gabriel. He just scored against Manchester United in FA Cup, and he can score from every set piece. When he's in the box, he's a real threat. And I don't think he's keeping a clean sheet against Spurs, but I think he will be contributing to the attacking returns, and I cannot risk it going without him. Gabriel is a lock in the side. Then Gvardiol faces Brentford. I once again think Brentford are scoring, but they have been conceding so many goals. Gvardiol got a good rest in the FA Cup, and I now think that he will be starting and he will be terrorizing the opposition defenders. With Walker probably leaving the side, is going to be Rick Willis and Gvardiol on both flanks. So yeah, I think his position is nailed up until Diaz and John Stones return to full fitness. Then it's Trent against Forest. I know that he started in FA Cup, so that some people may think that this is risky and he may be benching issue and he will be rotated, but that's good. If he leaves the game around the 75th minute with an assist and a clean sheet to his name, I'm more than happy to do so. And he's costing me 7.2 million, so I'm not benching that expensive of a defender. Forest away is going to be tough, but Liverpool are a tough side to beat, and I think that Trent will be delivering the points. Ho against Wolves, he enjoys playing against 5 at the back so much, and guess who is playing 5 at the back? Yes, Wolves are playing 5 at the back, and Ho will be overlapping Gordon, who is going to be cutting inside, and I think Ho is going to be having an amazing game. Without Cunha, Wolves are not going to score so many goals, so there is a very high potential of a clean sheet from Ho. So yeah, those 4 defenders will be playing in the side. I think it's a good strategy. Daroshe against Brighton, it's a okay fixture to rely on him, but he's going to be a solid bench option at the price at 4.1. Moving swiftly into the midfield, Salah against Forest, he's going to be a starter no matter what. I'm not benching the best player in the game at the moment. Palmer against Bournemouth, once again, such an easy choice for me to make to start him. 11.4, Bournemouth are good, a very good side. Chelsea have been struggling in everywhere else. They're doing fine apart from the Prem, so I think they will need to fight back, and Bournemouth is a good place to start. Then we have Mbumu versus Manchester City. It's a home game. He's playing up front in those games. City are conceding a lot of the counter, and guess who is going to be attacking on the counter? Yes, it's going to be Mbumu. So Mbumu is in high contention to be even a captain shout out against City. I know it's rogue, but at the end of the day, you can rely on a player such as Mbumu. And last but not least is Luis Diaz, who is going to be transferred out. So imagine I have Amat with 2.2 more in the bank, and I will be happy days. I think that's a pretty solid midfield. Wings on the bench. So I have 2 playing players as of now. There was a time where I had 1 player on the bench that was playing. Now I have 3 on the bench, which is a little bit worrying, but O'Shea and Winks are not getting regular points, so I'm not that worried. Let's go and see how the forwards are doing, because I have a little bit of a dilemma there, and we need to resolve it before locking the team for Gameweek 21. Here is the front line at the moment. It's Isaac against Wolves and Joao Pedro against Ipswich. The issue here is that Pedro is flagged. He got an ankle injury, and I'm not sure if he's going to be starting. If he's not fit enough, I think that he will be not playing at all, and then Wood will come on and I will be delighted with the performance. But if he is playing Ipswich away, I think it's a good fixture for Pedro to continue delivering. I will be starting him over Wood unless we get 1,000,000% confirmation that he is out. In that case, Wood will appear against Liverpool. The plan now is to not rely on Wood, as I don't think Forest are scoring a lot against Liverpool, and Wood tends to struggle against bigger oppositions, and Liverpool are the biggest one as of a team to face. So for now, Chris Wood is on the bench, but if Pedro is missing that game, Wood is coming on. Isaac is non-negotiable. This guy is a very good player this week with captaincy, and we're going to discuss it in a second. Palmer, Isaac and Salah, the three of them are going to be over 100%. I'm sure of that as effective ownership. So whoever I don't captain, I will be praying not to score, because they're going to be hurting me. But yeah, I think that Isaac is a very good shout out for a captain. So you can go for Salah, Palmer, Isaac and Haaland. So 4 of them are amazing good captaincy options. Probably Salah is the least favorite of mine, but on the contrary, I'll be most probably captaining Salah. You are going to say why? Because first of all, I like to play it safer than usual. He's going to be very highly owned, and he's going to be the least owned of ever, because after that's a game against Ipswich, and I don't think that in this week he's going to be low captained. So if he drops to 170% ownership and he scores a goal and an assist, so a 10-pointer or a 12-pointer with a bonus 13, I think that is going to be a massive swing to those that are captaining Palmer and Isaac. Of course, if they deliver massively, it's going to be very hard to catch them, because they are 100% owned. But at this moment, at this time, I want to pivot my strategy only with high owned players and play the numbers. So it's a coward strategy in my opinion, but I think that this is the move at this time of the season. No need to do some shenanigans, because a lot of double ups are coming up, blanks I will need to be preparing, I will need to have the players that I need. So yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting. We're going to monitor, we're going to be looking at possible team solutions, especially on stream. Because I would want another Liverpool player. Is it going to be Alisson? Is it going to be Virgil? Is it going to be Gakpo? There are a lot of options, especially with the budget. I want to sell Guardiola, Sanchez and Pedro. All 3 of them are going to be on the horizon to sell, but Sanchez, if Jorgensen keeps playing in the cup, it's going to be difficult to sell. So yeah, I'm not quite certain how it's going to go there, but for now I'm locked with this team and I'm pretty confident with it. Jess is going to move out, but that will happen on the deadline stream, because I want to hear as many press conferences as possible, because my players need to play, and if someone more important is injured, I will have to take him instead of Luis Diaz. Before leaving the video, as per usual, I want to give a special shout out to all of the members of the channel that have paid for subscriptions. Set Florin with 25 gifted, Zach, Oscar Papa and Scouser with 30 gifted. Thanks so much for contributing financially to the channel. It means the world to me, and it's helping me improve massively in that horizon. If you want to join as members, guys, here are the prices. If you click the button, you will see all the perks that you'll be getting. If you cannot afford to join as a member, just click the subscribe button, like, comment. All those things help and push me to a different audience and to a broader audience, and all of that helps. If you can support me financially, all the better. Thanks so much for watching. I will be coming back with a deadline stream, so no video tomorrow. I will be using this as a thing to promote, and all the info will be on the deadline stream. So come and say hi and let's have some fun together. But for now, guys, I'm heading out. Bye.